Masquera say Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zim Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kana kariki kutanga kukuya paneno channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchungwa garo ka subscriber, don't forget to comment and share this video. Masquera Zimbabwe takigirai nyaya irikupisa nyaya yevarume vanoclaimwa kunzi vakadanana na Grace Mugabe. Vazhinji vacho vari kunzi vakadanana naye nguva yaainge arorwa naRobert Gabriel Mugabe muZimbabwe. Ndafunga pane marumors akawanda akafamba chinzi chatunga asi mwana waMugabe pakataurwa pachinzi mwana wachihuri. Tisingazivi kuti nyaya yechokwadi here kana kuti pakafamba zvakare marumors ekuti Peter Pamire, a businessman and a friend of Chiyangwa anzi akauraiwa mushure mekunge Mugabe adiscover kuti Grace anga akudanana naye. So there's a story yakabuditswa nenyanda radio vachitaura about maaffairs ese aGrace Mugabe. Funga takaona zvakare Trevor Ncube akamboclaima kuti Kasukuwere akadanana na Grace Mugabe. Ine post yaakaposta paTwitter, Trevor Ncube akabuda achitaura achiti, since I started adult coloring, I'm having amazing dreams. Last night I dreamt Honorable Kasukuwere was having affair with Grace Mugabe. Then I woke up. This message was cryptic and vanhu vazhinji vakataura vachiti no, Trevor Ncube was revealing kuti Kasukuwere aidana na Grace Mugabe. Kasukuwere anononoka akawanikwa achiresponda to my allegations iyaya ataura iye achiti, I did not know that you such an idiot. You need psychiatric help. Trevor, you need to grow up and behave yourself. Ndozvakataurwa naKasukuwere achiresponda to my allegations iwawa muZimbabwe. So there is an article yakapublishwa nenyanda radio achitaura ivo vachiti when President Robert Mugabe's young sister Sabina died in Harare after a short illness, pictures showed the 86-year-old president looking devastated at her funeral. But it may well have been more than the death of his beloved sister that shattered Mugabe and sent his health into what is reported to be further decline. According to one of Mugabe's most trusted bodyguards, who was present at the time, Sabina, 75, warned her brother before she died that he was being betrayed by two of the most important people in his personal and political life, his wife and his personal banker, a pivotal member of his regime. Sabina told the president that Grace and Gideon Gono, powerful head of the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, and Mugabe's confidant were secret lovers. Grace, 41 years, Mugabe's junior, he has taken lovers before. One lover, Peter Pamire, died in a mysterious car accident. James Makamba, one of Zimbabwe's richest businessmen and the top-ranking ZANU-PF official, enjoyed her favors, but their affair ended in tears too, when a furious and sexually jealous Mugabe ran him out of town in fear of his life. But never before has Grace been romantically involved with a politician in Mugabe's inner circle, and never before has a man so close to the president risked allowing it to happen. The dangers are high. Zimbabwe state intelligence officials made it known that Mugabe's detection of the affair had already led to the murder of the bodyguard present at Sabina's bedside, and more trouble would almost certainly follow. Once he hears something like that, I think someone will go and meet God, said one intelligence officials. A pillar of the regime, whom Mugabe personally appointed in 2003 to head the central bank, Gono was a person he absolutely trusted. Furthermore, he was a family friend. The two have known each other since 1995 when Mugabe appointed Gono, then chief executive of the major Harare Commercial Bank, to be his personal banker. Mugabe trusted Gono. He even thought our boss was taking care of the first lady, keeping a protective eye on her so that she could not again be adulterous, said one senior official in Gono's office, who became aware of their secret affair and who spoke out about it for the first time last month on condition of anonymity. Another in Gono's outrage said Gono and Grace, who are business partners in several enterprises in Zimbabwe and South Africa, had been planning a life together after Mugabe's death. Mugabe's marriage to Grace is itself founded on an adulterous relationship which shocked many Zimbabweans at the time. Grace was working as a junior secretary in the typing pool in Mugabe's office and married to an Air Force officer when the two began having an affair. They had 2 children, while Mugabe's first wife, Sally, who was universally popular, battled a terminal kidney disease. After her death in 1996, Mugabe wed Grace, who is widely lauded and notorious for her lavish shopping sprees. The Gono source said Grace and Gono first became romantically involved in 2005 and had seen each other regularly since. When they could not find an excuse to meet in South Africa or further abroad, they met at Kushungo Dairy Estate, Grace's 1,000-hectare farm, about an hour from Harare. They met twice, sometimes 3 times a month. They also met at a Harare home of a Grace friend and business associate of Grace, who is a ZANU-PF stalwart. They exchanged emails, which one official privy to them described as explicit. He said Mugabe had always naively accepted as true Grace's story that she and Gono are related. They are not, although both come from the town of Chivu, 200 kilometers south of Harare. The enormity of Gono's betrayal would have come as a devastating emotional shock to Mugabe when Sabina revealed it to him. Mugabe went to visit his sister between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. on July 26 in the intensive care ward at the Avenues Clinic in Harare. As he sat on a bed with Senior Police Commissioner Kane Chademana, his most trusted bodyguard, at his side, she told him the truth. Central Intelligence Organization officials said Chademana told them to discuss afterwards and said that President left the meeting devastated. At first, Mugabe did not want to believe it was true, but Sabina told him to ask his men about the affair and make up his own mind, said the officials, quoting what Chademana had told them. It was maddening because Mugabe had encouraged their friendship and sometimes asked Grace to see Gono to discuss mutual business matters. In early August, a few days after Sabina's funeral, Mugabe and Grace left together for China on an official visit. Mugabe took his sister's advice when he returned to Harare later in August. The state intelligence officials said he summoned his bodyguard Chademana to tell him exactly what had been going on. Like others in the state security services close to Mugabe's, Chademana had a good reason to believe Grace and Gono were having an affair even before Sabina revealed it in his presence, but he had thought it wisest to keep quiet about it. When Mugabe summoned him in August, Chademana admitted that he knew something was going on which he had not said before, said the state security officials. Mugabe said to have gone very silent. It was fatal admission. A matter of days later, at the end of August, Chademana mysteriously died. State security officials handed over his body to his son. Welcome for burial. No autopsy was performed. The dead police officer was a decorated veteran of Zimbabwe's liberation war in the 1970s. He had served as Mugabe's aide camp for many years, and officials in the president's office let it be known that Mugabe was deeply shocked. It will be difficult for us to come to terms with this sad reality, said Albert Ngulube, the department's assistant director, in a speech at Chademana's funeral. We are not a murderous organization, but peace-loving Zimbabweans who are determined to protect our country. His remarks stopped further speculation of foul play arising from bodyguard's sudden death, but CIO sources revealed that Chademana was poisoned under Mugabe's instruction by Mugabe's intelligence men, allegedly employing an undetectable poison. The instructions were carried out after Mugabe had briefed Yapington Bonyongwe, the Director General of CIO. It was a desperate measure to keep Grace's affair with Gono from leaking out and making a mockery of the aging president. Mugabe wanted it hushed up at all costs, said a security official. Gono is his personal banker, knows Mugabe's financial secrets and is trusted, and there he is betraying the old man by having an affair with his wife. It would be too humiliating and could not be allowed to stand. In addition, Mugabe concluded that Chadema was the source of humiliating leaks about president's deteriorating health. Mugabe swaps the embarrassment secret of his wife's infidelity with one of his right-hand men is safely buried with the body of the hapless Chadema in the Warren News Cemetery outside Harare. The Reserve Bank's governor's betrayal presents Mugabe with a dilemma. Throughout most of the last decade of political turmoil and economic meltdown, Gono was central to Mugabe's survival in power. As the controller of the state coffers, he wielded enormous influence and patronage, essentially serving Mugabe's presidency by finding ways to keep the money flowing when the value of the Zimbabwean dollar had collapsed through inflation. Ndomabuditsiro akaitwa nyaya iyi muri Zimbabwe tisingazive kuti munoiona sei nyaya iyi. Tiudzire zvamunofunga mucomment section kuti chingava chiri chokwadi here kana kuti nhau yevanhu vari kunzi vakadanana naGrace Mugabe. Ndofunga pane former CIO officer akabudawo achitaura pamusoro patonderai Mugabe, achitaura iye achiti maDNA anogona kusafamba zvakanaka hanzi nokuda kwekuti anabhona havasi vana vaMugabe muri Zimbabwe. Tingazive kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi. Tiudzei zvamunofunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.